I'm Kristen Joe.
And I'm Cameron Word.
Happy weekend to everyone.
Yes.
We are so glad that you joined us today, and we're doing something different on Saturdays. Oh, just Saturdays. You were like, are we doing something different?
Kristen, we didn't
Don't
talk
scare
about
me.
this. Did we change the show? No, you are right. On Saturdays, instead of looking at a dialogue, we look at an article.
Right. Sometimes, Cameron, I feel it's a little ashual that we don't have point in radio for Power English because our expressions. I wish people could see it.
Yes, it's true. We definitely make a lot of funny faces here in the studio.
Okay, so we have a new word that we're going to talk about. And it seems that every month there is a new word. The word today is spaving. S-P-A-V-I-N-G. You have spending plus saving, and then it becomes the word spaving. Okay, this is basically you're spending in order to save.
Yes.
Typical example, 2 plus 1.
Yes. You spend more money to get extra things.
That's right.
Another one would be free shipping.
Free shipping.
You know, I had to get like 5만 원.
Yeah.
And then you get the free shipping. So you buy more items.
Yeah. Or food.
Yeah.
Yeah, to save 3,000원 or 4,000원, right?
Do you really end up saving, though?
I don't know. That's a good philosophical question. So we're going to talk about this word, spaving. Here are some expressions that we're going to cover. If you miss out on something, what are you doing?
There's an opportunity or an experience that you are not able to take advantage of. Something happened and you weren't there to use it.
Okay. And how about in the long run?
So in the long run is when you're thinking long term, not short term, not the next week, but in the following years to come.
Okay. And if you fall for something,
there's a trick and you do not see that it's a trick and you are deceived.
Yeah, you believe the trick.
You believe the trick.
Okay, so let's go ahead and learn a little bit about spaving.
Do you frequently spend more money than you intend to, so you don't miss out on saving a little money? For example, if an online store requires you to spend $100 in order to get free shipping, a savings of perhaps $15, do you find yourself going on a shopping spree and spending an extra $50? This is known as spaving, meaning spending in order to save. While it can occasionally be a smart move, in the long run, it can cost you a lot of money. These perks that stores offer don't cost them anything, since they are generating more income. Do the math carefully before you fall for these common retail tricks.
Here we go. Please join us on page 56. Spaving, spending in order to save. Very interesting concept. Okay, it begins with a question. Do you frequently spend more money than you intend to so you don't miss out on saving a little money? Okay, so basically you spend more to save a little.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't want to miss out on saving a little money. Okay, everybody psychologically, if we can save 500원, 1,000원, we're all for it, right?
Right.
We don't want to miss out.
Right.
So what is this expression, miss out?
To miss out is to not be able to take advantage of an opportunity. Here, there is a discount, there is a sale, and if you miss out, you do not buy anything from that.
That's
Either
right.
you didn't know or you just didn't have the opportunity.
Yeah. And everyone, you probably know by now, FOMO, fear of missing out. And so there is that feeling if you're missing out, like, oh, I should be doing it,
Yeah.
but I'm not. Uh-oh, I have to do it.
Yeah, this can be in a lot of different cases. If it's a holiday, everyone's going on vacation, and you're not going on vacation.
Yeah. You feel like you're missing out. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be fear, but generally, just you feel like you're missing out.
Yeah.
It's like all your friends are getting married, they're having kids, and you don't even have a boyfriend. You feel like you're missing out. So that's the whole point. It's almost a psychological thing where you feel like you should be doing it, but you're not.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so let's continue.
For example, if an online store requires you to spend $100 in order to get free shipping, a savings of perhaps $15, do you find yourself going on a shopping spree and spending an extra $50?
Yes. Okay, let's break down this question. So, online store, they offer free shipping.
Yes.
But you have to buy a minimum amount. Okay? And then, maybe shipping is $15, $20, but oh my gosh, why do I want to spend extra on shipping? So what you do is what you want to buy is $50, then you have to spend another $50 to get free shipping.
Yeah.
And that's how they get you, right?
It's so true. I have had to stop looking at shipping
Really?
altogether.
Altogether.
Like, I just have to close my eyes. I don't even look. And just buy what I want to buy. Because I always fall for this.
Well, everybody does, Cameron. But I do feel like if the shipping is $25 or more, I have to get free shipping.
I understand that from my side, but I know that the companies are doing this because it's better for them.
Totally.
They have smarter people
Uh-huh.
making these price decisions.
Totally.
And so I know
Yep.
they're doing it on purpose.
Okay.
You know, it's like these point cards. I know it's to help the company and not help me. So I just have to ignore it.
Okay. But you do sometimes go on a shopping spree.
Yeah.
That's our power vocab today. A shopping spree. Spree is spelled S-P-R-E-E.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a spree, it's a little bit of a difficult concept to explain, but it's where you do something full out. Do it completely, not thinking about other people.
Right.
You're going crazy,
Yeah.
doing something. In this case, with a shopping spree, you're going crazy shopping.
That's it.
You're buying everything that you want.
Yeah. So on occasions like Black Friday, you could probably most likely go on a shopping spree, whether
Yeah.
online or at a retail store. Okay. So this is known as spaving, meaning spending in order to save. Okay. While it can occasionally be a smart move, in the long run, it can cost you a lot of money. So let's look at this pattern. While it can do something,
Yes.
something else happens.
Right. So this is another way of saying, on one hand, on the other hand. I think many of our listeners will know that phrasing.
Yeah.
It's where you're showing two possibilities. And often,
Yeah.
it's the second one in this phrasing that is more often to happen.
Okay.
So while it can occasionally be a smart move, sometimes
It's a good
it makes
idea.
sense.
Yeah.
However, usually,
Yeah.
the second part, it can cost you a lot of money.
Okay. So in this case, they're saying in the long run. Right now, you're saving money, but in the long run, and what is this expression?
In the long run is not looking at one time, but looking over a long period of time.
Yeah.
So sometimes buying more to get free shipping, maybe that makes sense. But overall, throughout your entire life, in the long run, it's probably not good for you.
Okay. So the pattern is while it can do something, it can also do this. Okay. And it can cost you a lot of money. Let's continue.
These perks that stores offer don't cost them anything since they are generating more income.
Okay. So these little benefits, perks, okay, the stores, yeah, they're fine. It doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
It's just a marketing strategy.
Yes.
Do the math carefully before you fall for these common retail tricks. Okay, do the math means
calculate well.
Calculate. Before you fall for these tricks.
To fall for a trick means to fall into a trap. To someone sets up a trap or a trick for you and you don't get over it. You're actually, become the prey, so to speak.
Yeah.
You're the target.
That's right. And another really popular trick these days, retail trick, is subscription. Everything is subscription. You get an extra discount. If you subscribe.
Don't buy the single price.
Yeah, that's right.
Only pay $10 a month.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then you will try it, and then later you get billed for the subscription.
It's so true.
All right. So let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
Do you frequently spend more money than you intend to, so you don't miss out on saving a little money? For example, if an online store requires you to spend $100 in order to get free shipping, a savings of perhaps $15, do you find yourself going on a shopping spree and spending an extra $50? This is known as spaving, meaning spending in order to save. While it can occasionally be a smart move, in the long run, it can cost you a lot of money. These perks that stores offer don't cost them anything, since they are generating more income. Do the math carefully before you fall for these common retail tricks.
It's time for Power Note. We're on pages 58 and 59. Okay, if you miss out on something, it means that you lose an opportunity to do something.
Yes.
Okay? If you don't come to the party, you'll miss out on all the fun.
I know, but I'd rather stay home and watch a movie.
So if you missed out on the fun, or just, you really missed out, it means, we had such a great time and you weren't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
That is very much the FOMO we were talking about.
It's
Fear
true.
of missing out.
She didn't want to miss out on the concert, so she bought her ticket early.
Yeah, so she's concerned that there will be no tickets. So she's buying them as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that's right.
If you think about these big concerts, either an artist coming from abroad or even some K-pop concerts, they sell out in like 5 minutes.
I know. Coldplay came to Korea last month.
Yeah.
And it was all sold out, so they had to add a few more days.
Yeah, so that people wouldn't miss out. They could go to the concert.
Right. Okay. In the long run means over a long period of time, usually in the future. Okay?
Yes.
In the long run, saving money now will help you buy a house.
I'd rather have fun while I'm young and worry about a house later.
Yeah. There's a bit of a toss-up, do you want to experience everything in your youth? Or are you not going to experience it and then save? Yeah. I find that there are two types of thinking on this.
Yeah, if you're just thinking about money, the smartest thing is to save. But would you rather travel the world when you're 20 or when you're 60?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
They're both can be good, but you can do a lot more things when you're 20.
That's right.
But I will say, I don't know. I think there's a middle ground. As long as you don't go into debt.
No.
Right?
Right.
That is the problem.
That's the problem.
In your 20s, I feel it's okay to have fun, but then when you go into debt,
that's not good.
You spend the rest of your life making up for it.
And as you get older, there are more expenses as time goes on. So that's why people carry that debt for decades.
That's true.
Okay, so have fun, but don't get into debt.
Within reason.
Within reason.
Yeah.
Exercising regularly may be difficult, but in the long run, it's beneficial for your health.
Even in the short run.
Yeah.
Unless you're just doing too much exercise, exercise is good from the first day.
Well, yeah, they say it's never too late.
Yeah.
So even if you start at 65 or 70, it's okay. Just get started.
Yep. Another thing, sleep. Maybe losing a little bit of sleep, only getting like 4 or 5 hours a day.
And you're okay?
Yeah, but in the long run,
Oh boy.
you will pay.
You will pay dearly, especially your brain. It will not clean your brain.
Yeah, that's so true.
So you do, it's hard to kind of think about in the long run because we're very much, like to enjoy the present moment.
Yeah.
But sometimes we do have to think about the long run.
It's so true.
Okay.
Difficult to do, though.
Fall for something means to be deceived, to be tricked into something. Okay? I can't believe I fell for that online scam.
Don't be too embarrassed. I know a lot of people who fell for it.
That's right. So, fall for a phishing scam, fall for, some false advertisement.
Yeah.
She always falls for his excuses, even though he keeps disappointing her.
Oh, he's lying.
Oh.
He is lying so much, but she believes him.
Well, when you're in love, sometimes
Love
it gets in the way.
kind of makes you a little dumb sometimes.
It does.
You know?
It kind of it's like foggy. It doesn't clear your brain. It gets very foggy.
Yeah, you can't see reality.
That's right.
We've all been there.
That's it.
When we're in love, we do some
You fall for everything.
dumb things, and then you fall out of love.
That's right.
And you're like, why did I do that?
Yeah, like, oh, I'm so sorry. I won't do it again. Okay, you fall for it again. Okay. All right, power pattern. While it can, and then ... it can. So while there is this one point, actually there's this other point that you shouldn't ignore. While it can be fun sometimes, it can turn into a bad habit in the long run.
On the one hand, on the other hand.
Yeah.
While it can seem harmless to feed bread to seagulls, it can cause them health problems.
Yeah. Pigeons, seagulls,
Yeah.
any wildlife.
Monkeys.
Monkeys. Yeah, you should not be feeding them, really. Okay, so our power vocab today is the word shopping spree, where you kind of spend a lot of money in a short period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, maybe you got a platinum credit card.
Yeah. Or maybe it's like, okay, you get $500 free spending at the grocery store. In 5 minutes.
That'd be awesome.
I know. Okay. Do check out the definition on page 60. And where else should we stop by?
Please go to Audio Hakdang for a small monthly fee. You can listen to so many great shows.
Okay. Thank you so much for studying with us this week. And we'll see you next week. Have
Bye-bye.
a great weekend.